Welcome to Planet MicroCap. I'm your host, Robert Kraft, and joining me right now is Corrado De Gasperis. He is the executive chairman and CEO of Comstock. It's a publicly traded company. The symbol is LODE on the NYSE. And Comstock will be presenting at our upcoming investor conference, Planet MicroCap Showcase Vegas, in partnership with MicroCap Club, taking place April 22 through 24, 2025 at the Paris Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas. For more information, register to see Corrado, to meet with him one-on-one, see his presentation. Please register to attend at planetmicrocapshowcase.com. And with that, Corrado, thank you for joining me today. How you doing?
Pleasure to have me. Thanks for having me. Love to be here, and I'm doing great. Thank you.
Awesome. No, it's great to have you. We were just joking offline. I've known Comstock forever. We've known each other for a long time. But the last time we did an interview together was 11 years ago.
Oh my God.
That's crazy, right? Holy
Yeah, I'm in year 15, so it's pretty remarkable.
man, it's just time flies, right? Here we look at us. Here we are. But since it has been that long,
Yeah,
I'm assuming things have changed a little bit. So, you know,
absolutely.
for those that don't know the Comstock story, can you give us that quick overview and history of the company?
Absolutely. So yeah, the changes have been transformational. So this will be a fun update together. But the Comstock name and our trading symbol, LODE, really comes from our legacy of having consolidated an entire mineral district, gold and silver mineral district, consolidated, entitled it, brought it into production. And with gold at 3,200 plus today, we're extremely excited to have those assets in our portfolio. However, what Comstock is today is an evolution from that. Some might say revolution, but we have two businesses. Comstock Metals takes end-of-life electronic products like solar panels and completely reuses all of those materials, with one of the biggest outputs being silver. We have a path to being the largest silver producer in Nevada just based on a recycling business that is extraordinary. And then Comstock Fuels, in the same ilk, we take waste woody biomass and create the lowest carbon, highest yielding liquid fuels like aviation fuel, like diesel, like gasoline. So quite a change from 11 years ago for sure.
Yeah, to say the least, right? I mean, wow. A two-part question. One, as the company exists right now, when you look at the competitive landscape, love to understand from your perspective what makes you guys unique and different compared to some of your peers out there,
Absolutely.
and also the decision to go down this path as a business.
Absolutely. So foundationally, the decision was based on how can we make big impact, I mean global impact with what we do, and how can it ensure it to be sustainable, right? And we mean sustainability not in any ESG term or any funky term. We mean it as lasts forever. Okay. So that's how we want to design the business. It'll sustain forever. So in the metal side, we saw a lot of people jumping in, and initially we did too, into recycling these metals. We have metallurgists, we're a metals company. This seems like a natural extension. And we were frustrated that, gold and silver in the ground is finite. No matter how good you are, at some point you'll exhaust it and it'll be over. We didn't like that. So how do we create a silver mine, if you will, that never stops producing? Create a silver mine that never depletes its reserves. And we started with batteries like everyone else, but we quickly found that they were dangerous, they were combustible. I mean, they literally blew up, Robert, right? So and then we noticed that no one was paying attention to solar panels, and they were coming out of the market. Instead of every 25 or 30 years expending, they were expending in 12, 13, 14 years, end of life, and no one had any way of dealing with them. So we jumped on that, and our claim to fame is we can cleanly and fast delaminate, get rid of the glue, get rid of the plastics, the contaminants, and have clean aluminum, clean glass, clean silver. So that's that business. In the wood to fuel business, our claim to fame is people were taking waste wood and they were using half of it, and they were leaving the most richest carbon part to throw away or burn. So, well, once again, people are wasting this natural resource. Can we get all that carbon out? And we have a mountain of patents and a mountain of breakthroughs and technologies that now go from what used to be 50 gallons per ton of wood to 140 gallons per ton of wood. So just shattered the yield curve. And now major companies like Marathon Petroleum and many like them have invested or are investing directly into our company for this breakthrough.
Very good. All right. Well, it's interesting. There's so much to cover because there's so many different aspects of the business that I
Yes,
wish I had like a half hour to an hour to dig into each one. But
no
those
doubt.
are one of our quick hitters. So to close us out, then
Sure.
what you can tell us, what would you say are some of the company's goals and milestones you'd like to see achieved in 2025?
Yeah, the biggest one in metals is we're going to industry scale. We're now going to be able to process a panel every 7 seconds. So we're building that second facility. We're up and running now, and we're securing the largest customers, the largest solar farms, the largest utility companies, the largest manufacturers in the country as our customers. So that's number one. On the fuel side, we're selecting the site for our first biorefinery in Oklahoma when we're getting a huge amount of capital investment right into the subsidiary from blue chip. So we call that the Series A offering, call that the serial number one site. And those two things are happening this year. It's just remarkable.
Very good. All right. Well, with that, Corrado, where can our audience go and find more information on Comstock?
Yeah, so as you said, NYSE is LODE, that's our ticker symbol, and www.comstock Inc. So COMSTOCKINC.com is our website, and you can see each one of the businesses on separate pages in that website.
Very good. Well, Corrado, thank you so much for joining me today. Really do appreciate it. Good luck. Stay safe, and I'll see you in Vegas.
Looking forward to Vegas. Thank you,
Thank you.
sir. Have a great day.
You too.